Hello everybody. So you ever have one of them days where everything is going good until all hell breaks loose? Well, we have that today. Join us for this great episode of what not to do, on your diesel truck. So this morning I got up. I said, I'm gonna run to the store. I'm gonna do a few things. Fill up the tank with some diesel, and I need to put DEF fluid in my truck. And I come out here with 2 cases of DEF, and I said I'm gonna put the DEF fluid in and take it up there and get it filled up with diesel. And I proceed to take the diesel cap off. Green, diesel, says it right there. DEF, add blue, DEF, right there. Take the diesel cap off, and I add a half a gallon of DEF fluid into my diesel tank, not the DEF tank. I realized what I was doing, and I quit. Now, the truck wasn't running. Truck hasn't been started at all. But you got to get the stuff out, and you gotta do some work. So we're going to siphon the gas or the diesel out with this right here, which is a multi-use transfer pump, into these tanks here. There's roughly a quarter tank in it. I'm going to jack the truck up on the right side so everything flows to this side of the tank. Well, no, that won't matter because it's in the middle of the tank. The thing to draw the fuel up is in the middle of the tank. Anyhow, gonna get that out of there. Once I get that out, I'm probably gonna drop the tank, clean it all out, and make sure it's done properly. Now you can siphon it all out and then fill it all up with diesel and put some clear diesel additive into your diesel tank, which helps, break up a lot of stuff and get rid of water and all that. You will have to clean out your fuel water separator and stuff. We'll go through all that stuff here in a minute. Does color coordinated work? It does if you're not a dummy. Yep, if you're not a dummy, it works out just fine. So let me siphon this out. All right, guys, so here's the hose I went and bought. This one wasn't quite long enough to get in the gas tank. I mean, it would, but I wanted it to go on the bottom and set. So I bought 10 foot of this clear tubing here. It's 3/8 of an inch ID. Pumped it out fine, got it all out, worked great. So let me show you what we did after we pumped it all out. The reason why I made it 10 foot, I wanted it to go on the bottom of the tank, curl up, and be able to draw all that out. So we'll go up there and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, so we pumped everything out. And once we got everything pumped out, we use this Power Service Clear Diesel. And as you guys can see, it says removes water and slime to prevent, fuel filter failures and stuff like that. What we did is there was roughly a quarter tank in it, which ended up being close to 10 gallons of fuel that was in there. So we added this. It treats up to 100 gallons. So there was 10 times as much treatment as there was fuel in it. So we used this, pulled all that out. We let this set in that fuel for probably 20 minutes or so, and then we siphoned all that fuel out, and you guys could tell that this was working because it was turning very milky colored and stuff. So it had bonded to all the water and everything. We pulled all that out. We added 5 gallons of fresh diesel, and then we added 3 of these Power Service Diesel Clean cetane boosters, which is a octane booster. It treats up to 100 gallons per. So there was 300 gallons of treatment worth in 5 gallons. We ran that up to the store, which is roughly about 1.5 miles away. We added 10 gallons of that, so 15 gallons at roughly 300 gallons worth of treatment, and we ran that for probably 1.5 hours or so, and it worked great. We never had any burps, belches, hiccups, hesitations, no lights come on. Everything was good. It ran fine. We ran, like I said, we ran it for, a good 1.5 hours, actually running it, not just letting it sit and idle, but we actually ran it, and we pulled up hills and stuff. So, trying to actually push the motor to burn some of that stuff out. This stuff right here will also bind to stuff, but you wanted it for the octane booster to burn that whatever residue or residual stuff was left in it. You wanted that burned out. Now, I didn't have the truck running when I did this, and that was very beneficial because it didn't get in my fuel filter, it didn't get in my fuel pump, and it didn't get in my injectors. So that was a big help. Now, if you have a truck and you got it full of diesel and you fill it up with, however much that you put in of DEF, I think I was roughly at 1/2 gallon, maybe a little more than that. It didn't appear to be much more than that whenever we were pulling it out. But anyhow, because it sinks to the bottom, so that first bit of diesel I was getting looked pretty clear, and then I started getting some pretty nasty looking stuff as it, started coming out. But anyhow, say you got a half a tank, full tank, and you have the vehicle running, I would suggest putting in, probably 3 or 4 of these clear diesels in there. Turn the vehicle off immediately, 3 or 4 of these clear diesels in it. Let it set for 1/2 hour to 1 hour, if you can, if you've got a lot of diesel in your tank. Give it time to bond, give this stuff time to work. Siphon out all that gunk, all right? Put 5 gallons of diesel in it. Maybe, if you've had a bigger tank and it might have gotten a fuel system, I would suggest maybe putting in another 1 or 2 of these. So 4 or 5 of these treatments, all right, instead of 3. Maybe, you can do whatever you want. This is just what I would do if I had more fuel in it and I had ran it. This is what I would have done. I'd have put, 3 or 4 of the, or 4 or 5 of these in it. I would have ran it, with 5 gallons in it, and I wouldn't have added any more to it, until I got to this station, and then I would have probably put, another 5 gallons or 10. You want to be sure that you're going to burn however much. We have not put fuel back in this since since this incident, because we're trying to burn out all that old stuff, and then we'll put fuel in it. So we got roughly another 100 and some miles before we need to fuel. So we'll run out as much as that as we can, and then we'll add more fuel to it, and we'll probably put another treatment in it, just to be safe. But so far so good, no hiccups, no complaints, everything's working good. And yeah, so if you end up making a boo-boo like I did and putting DEF in your diesel, it's okay. Don't freak out, don't worry about it. Get you some of this stuff here, this Power Service Clear Diesel, get you some of the diesel clean, and treat it. And do what I done. It seems like it works. I know other guys, that's where I got the idea from, is from other friends and people who work on diesels. They said that this would work, and it did. Didn't have any problems out of it. Again, I did not have it in my fuel filter or in my fuel pump or in my injector, so I can't speak to that. And I didn't put a whole lot in it, and it didn't have a whole lot of fuel in it. So my circumstances are a little different than what a lot of people's are. Some people have full tanks and they have the vehicle running and they dump it in, so everything's going to be different, but this could work for you and help you, is all I'm saying. I'm not a professional diesel mechanic. I don't know much more than what my diesel mechanic friends told me, and it worked for me, and we haven't had any problems. So hope this video helps, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
Don't forget to smash that like button, that notification bell. Good job. Here you go. Thank you. Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And subscribe.